Hey, everybody. Good evening, and happy Monday. Is it Monday? It is my hope and my prayer that you guys are doing well, that you're blossoming, that you all are feeling pretty good as we start the new week. I had every intention to be live last night. However, due to a longer distance passing in our family. No one close to our circle, but due to a passing, we're traveling for family. Good evening, ladies. So I'm here tonight to help us to start the week off strong. Okay. If you're new here, if you pop in once every blue moon, I am Christina Garrett. I have the honor of being your productivity coach. I am the voice in the back of your mind, reminding you to show up, do the work, serve well, and then step fully into being the woman that God has created for you to be. Tonight, we're going to go into that just a little bit, talking about what to do when you don't feel like doing it. Okay. What to do when you just don't feel like doing it. And I personally can attest to the fact, hello, ladies, I can attest to the fact that we all go through ebbs and flows. It comes and goes. And some days you are wondering, how in the world am I going to do all the things, serve all the people, serve myself, show up on purpose, and deliver? Well, if that's the case, this message tonight is for you. Okay. If you haven't been around very long, I'm honored to help you all organize your lives, to help you identify ways that we're procrastinating. My job is to help you see how you can fit in more self-care, more rest, more peace, to embrace clarity and focus as the ultimate luxury. As the ultimate luxury. And I feel honored that I get to serve women who consider coaching or working with me as a reward for a job well done and the next step beyond just surviving. Okay. And I had this mental shift over the last couple of weeks, because the majority of the women that I am honored to partner with, they're like, listen, I know I can make it. Hey, LaShawn, I know I can make it. I know I'm doing okay. I know that I am doing enough to get by, but there's a certain place in our life. Hey, Jessica, I see you, girl. There's a certain place in our lives where we say, I know I'm not functioning at my ultimate. I know for a fact that the woman that I am right now, I could do better. I could be more. I feel like I should be able to handle this a little bit better. Some days we get overwhelmed and our hormones get the best of us and our energy gets the best of us. So tonight we're going to talk about what to do when you don't feel like doing it. And so we have a new mama here that's on the chat. Y'all send her some love, some hearts. How old is your little one, Jessica? I know he's just a couple months old, but she says she's working on getting organized with a new baby. Because sometimes we look around and we see the season of life that we're in, and we feel like everybody else has it together just a little bit more than we do. Oh my goodness, look at Christina. She has a set of twins. She bounced back. No, I didn't. It was like I was run over by a car. Run over by a car. Where do y'all think Mamathon came from? Where do y'all think it came from? The struggle. A serious struggle in becoming a new woman and stepping fully into who I am supposed to be. Okay. So what I'm going to do tonight is, my husband is going to be coming into our den area in a little bit to get some studying done. He has to preach a revival tomorrow. And so I want to make sure that I have you guys, that if you are friends with me on Facebook, okay, if you're friends with me on Facebook and you're watching, why don't you DM me your questions, okay, so that I can make sure that I see them. Sometimes they pop up here, but StreamYard is a little bougie sometimes. So if you need to come out, type your questions in the chat so that I can make sure that your questions for tonight get answered, okay? I'm here to help you, partner with you, and serve you and move into your next level by getting more organized and honoring the season of life that you are in. Okay. One thing that I want all of us to remember sometimes is we see other people in different phases of life, and we feel like we should be in this specific phase like they are, but it's a different transition for them, right? If you're a mama who is balancing her kids solo, or you co-parent, right? But you're a single mom versus the married mom, maybe her edges on either side, okay? Because some of these single moms out here killing it, and I'm like, I'm married and I gotta piece my life together sometimes, okay? So on the other side of the spectrum, we can look at somebody else and feel like they have it together just a little bit better than we do. It's normal. It happens to the best of us, okay? So if you're watching tonight, hey girl, hey. A little bit of housekeeping. Number one, the Mamathon Conference is October 28th through the 30th in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? In Atlanta, Georgia. We kick off workshop style on the 29th all day. It's going to be an incredible experience. Women who are working in corporate, women who are entrepreneurs. We got stuff for the married mamas. We got stuff for the single mamas. Okay, we ain't leave y'all out. We know y'all taking trips and flights without having to ask nobody's permission. We see you, okay? And so if you fit any one of these, if you're looking to increase your wellness, your self-care, hi, Tanya. If you're looking to take better care of yourself as we go into the fall and into the winter, and as we prepare for 2023, then this is the event for you, okay? So we're excited to see you guys there. DM me for information, okay? If you're looking at this, I don't have the link in front of me because I wasn't coming on to promote the conference per se, but it's always a promotion because this is our yearly event where we all come together. So I can't wait to see you guys there. I am thrilled and excited. Atanya, I can't wait to see you. We're just going to have a really incredible time. Hello, ladies, and good evening. Okay. So tonight we're talking about what do you do when you don't feel like doing it. And so earlier today, I did a post. I'm going to read it to y'all. And people said I chose violence, but y'all know I like to do that at least once or twice a day. And the post that I put up was, you don't have to feel like doing it. Just go on and do the work. Okay. You don't have to feel like doing it. Just go ahead and do the work. And so earlier today, I was talking with my mom about how sometimes we are looking for a good feeling. Hey, Janisha, y'all lean in with me tonight. Sometimes we are looking for a good euphoric feeling to go with us to the next thing, to let us know that we're making the right decision. Hey, Tracy. We want to know that we're making the right decision by looking for a feel-good emotion. Okay, we're looking for that euphoric experience that says, yes, you want to wake up and feel like you left a women's empowerment event every single day. Okay. You're looking for the motivation, the excitement. Y'all see me come on here even at 10 o'clock at night and I'm pumped up and I'm excited. And I'm like, yes, I got to get this out my spirit and into you guys' spirit. We're looking for this excitement, this feeling all the time, instead of realizing that it doesn't work like that. Janisha over on Facebook said that feeling does not exist. I dare to say that excitement, that motivation is something that you have to manufacture. Hey, Taisha, you got to manufacture this. Teresa, did I say your name right? She says that feel good doesn't come all the time. We are looking for this motivational feeling, this excitement to partner with us. And so my coach, because every good coach has a coach, talked about how sometimes we let our feelings and emotions tell us if we're making the right or wrong decision. We wanted to tell us, am I doing the right thing or am I doing the wrong thing? And if I don't feel like it, if it doesn't excite me or thrill me, then it must not be for me. I must need to hold off for a little while. If I'm not feeling excited and pumped up and motivated, then that's okay. But tonight I'm challenging this. Tonight, your coach, whether you work with me one-on-one yet or not, it's only a matter of time. Whether you work with me yet or not, I'm coming to challenge you. I'm coming down your street. I'm coming down your pew. However you want to take it, we're doing it tonight. Because a lot of us are waiting for this euphoric feeling to manifest out of us in order for us to say, Okay, I'm gonna jump in and be this woman today. I'm gonna jump in and be her. Atanya said, I stay on her street. Janisha said, I found out once I got started. That feeling comes afterwards. I feel like we talked about that in our class. And then when I'm finished, I'm amped up to do more. Y'all want to know something that encourages you and keeps you moving? It's results. You don't feel like working out until you go there and your pants aren't as tight anymore. You don't feel like doing the hard things, the more challenging things until you start to see some results. But I gotta remind you, you're not gonna get results if you don't do the things beforehand. Okay? So tonight we're gonna talk about, what do you do if you don't feel like it? Listen, my husband barbecued tonight. I was sitting on my floor, lipstick free. Okay. I was sitting on my floor, lipstick free, chilling. And I was like, you know what? I didn't go live last night and kick my girls up for the week. I didn't go live last night and remind y'all what time it is. I said, so I need to do that. It's Monday. We can call it Mamathon Monday. Okay. I was like, you know what? This needs to happen. Did I feel like it physically? No, I have a belly full of good, healthy barbecue, but barbecue could lay on my couch and watch Netflix and chill. But there's also an assignment here. We're moving. We are 2 months out from the Mamathon conference. I'm looking for y'all there. We are walking into a stage and a phase of our lives where mediocre and average just won't do. It won't do. Giving the world halfway, it just won't do. Like, we're literally waiting for you to excel. Tracy says she ready. We are literally waiting for you to show up on the scene and give us the magic. But what happens so many times is our feelings and our emotions talk us out of things. There was one year I did a whole live. I got to go find this live one day. I did a whole live talking about why your husband doesn't appreciate or value your me time. Okay. And one of the things that I have seen with some women, especially with the conference, they're like, I would ask my husband if I can leave for the weekend. Nothing wrong with asking, checking, because everybody got childcare, finances, all these things come into play, right? But they were asking, like, I don't really know how to handle that, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, let's be honest, that sometimes our feelings of fear, of rejection, or stress, or whatever, talk us out of getting our next thing. We don't even go after it because we don't feel like it's for us. We don't even pursue it like we said we would. We get on Facebook and we motivate and we get pumped up and all this stuff. And then when it comes time to implement and do the work, where are you? Where are you? One of my ladies, one time, she was like, I want to be the next big speaker, all the things. I said, okay, I'm excited. I said, when's your first Facebook Live? She was like, yeah, I can't. I said, okay, that's all right. Are you going to share with, the people that are in your circle that you're looking to do more speaking? She was like, okay, so where are you? At what point do we say within ourselves, it's my time, and now I'm willing to do the work in order to see it come to fruition? Where are you? We're sitting around looking, and we're literally, what's the scripture? Talks about a man who doesn't have faith, right? But the Bible says the person, this all goes together. Thank you, God. The person that lacks faith, right, is like a double-minded man or woman, unstable in all of her ways. Let me go find it. Hold on, I'm about to find it, y'all. Oh, there we go. I think it's in James somewhere, y'all. Hold on. A double-minded woman. We're going to use woman. I had to go find it. It's in the book of James. A double-minded woman is unstable in all of her ways. So what we do is we become double-minded. Yes, it's for me. No, it's not for me. Yes, this is my gift. No, it's not my gift. Yes, I can do it. They do it better. We go back and forth all the time, back and forth. Yes, this is my portion. No, it's not. God is for me. Is he? Like, we go back and forth. And it's okay, because I have those moments too. And now what I have to do instead is ask myself the questions that I'm going to ask you guys tonight. Okay. And I have the honor of presenting a wellness workshop for Queen's University tomorrow, their women's basketball coaching staff, for their annual retreat. And so I'm going to sign off in a little bit and go work on my presentation and fine tune that thing. But this evening, I'm talking to my ladies. I'm talking to my clients. Okay. Whether you've worked with me yet or not, you're a client, you're here in this community. So that means that there's something that you can get out of this. There's something that you all need here. Teresa said James 1:8. Okay, so when you don't feel like doing it, we're going to step out of being double-minded. We're going to step out of our emotions being the catalyst or the facilitator for our greatness. We're going to step away from our emotions driving what we do and how we do it and how we function. We're just going to move past that, okay, as a community. As a part of the Mamathon community. And you can come join the Facebook group, Organize Your World, or you can comment on my personal timeline. I don't care. We're all in the tribe. We're going to stop letting our emotions dictate what we do and what we don't do. So you don't feel like doing it, that's no problem. But you can't stay there. We can't stay there in that place of not feeling like it. And it may require you to be live at 9:47. It may require you to get up a little bit earlier in order to get your quiet time in, your workout time in. It's going to require something different from you. So, number one, if you don't feel like doing it, some questions we're going to ask ourselves, okay? As we go throughout the week and we realize, I'm just not motivated. I just really don't want to. That's okay. The question number one is, why don't you feel like it? Why don't you feel like it? Okay. Let's go past, I've had a long day. Let's go past the superficial. Thank you, Janisha, for keeping notes for the ladies. Let's go past, I'm just not sure. Let's go into the real fears, the real emotions of why don't you feel like doing it. My coach talks often about how if you knew that there were 100 people who were waiting for you to give them the best of what you got, would you still not feel like doing it? If you were to walk outside right now and there were 25 people sitting there waiting for you to tell them something that was going to give them life, help them grow some of their edges back. Okay, so when I come on, I literally picture you guys at your house feeling how I have felt at times in my life, where I said, what am I even doing any of this for? Feeling like Janisha, it's not always laziness. Sometimes I feel depressed. Sometimes I feel anxious. Sometimes I'm not sure about what I'm doing or if I'm doing it the right way. I have all these same feelings. I just determine within myself, what's the root cause? Hey, Shanice. What's the root cause of these feelings and emotions? Tracy said, sometimes I'm not sure, not clear. So I think about, if I were to have 10 minutes to talk to you tonight, to deliver value to you, to speak life to you, what would I tell you? Tonight, I'm going to say you don't always feel like doing it, but you still got to apply and do the work. So can we ask ourselves internally, why don't you feel like doing it? Be honest with yourself. I shared the other night about how when I go running, there is nobody else out there but me, but I still feel feelings of anxiety. Like, am I going to do good on this run? Am I going to suck? Am I going to be out of breath? How bad is it really going to burn? I feel all of these emotions when I go out to go run. Okay. Crazy enough, I am the only person who is outside with me. I'm the only person that's outside with me. Nobody else is outside walking next to me trying to see how fast I am, how many calories I burned, did you run nonstop? I'm the only person. If I stop in the middle of the interval, nobody else knows that it's an unofficial stop but me. So there will be these moments where we haven't asked ourselves, why don't I want to do this? Maybe we can be honest with ourselves tonight, right? And say, listen, I'm afraid that they're going to reject me. Maybe we can be honest and say, I don't really know what to say when I raise my hand and say, I'm your person. Maybe we feel like I'm second guessing myself and they might see through that. Maybe I see Christina come on camera. I have people tell me, you come on camera, honey, like, but I've done it so many times. I've done it so many times. Shanice says, because then it requires doing something about it. Sometimes it feels better to not know what's not working. Can we be honest this evening? Tonight of all nights, where you're listening and no one knows what's going on in your heart or in your mind, we can be honest with ourselves and say, this is why. And if you feel bold enough, you can put it in the comments. If you feeling saucy enough, you can put it in the comments. So Janisha says, I feel like they won't want it. What a bold statement. And I may not be able to present what I have very well. I don't want to be embarrassed. So some things come from an intentional practicing, intentionality, doing it again and again, and then over again until it's fluid. Hey, everybody, my name is Christina Garrett. I'm a productivity coach for ambitious moms who lead. It is my mission in this world to help you get more done by strategically doing less so you can show up and organize your overflow. Do y'all think that little pitch that's saying it fluently came like I just woke up in the morning and it just tumbled out? No. It doesn't just show up. I've done it again and again and again until it fit and it worked. Just recently, I decided to stop focusing in on calling it overwhelm and instead talk about organizing the abundance that comes in your life, your overflow, because I'm overflowing in answered prayers. That's a different language. Now I'm shifting. I'm like, I'm not just talking to the women who feel like they drowning. I'm now talking to the women who are like, wow, God, you blessed me with all this stuff at one time. You trusted me with this abundance all at once, but now I got to figure out how I'm going to organize it. That's what I do. But it's been a decade in the making of me to be able to say, I help you organize your overflow. And guess what? In 2023, it might change again as I refine some more, as I grow more. So we understand that whoever they is, they might not want your it. Okay, great. So the question is, the people who do want it, where are they at? Where are they? And I dare to say that just your tenacity and showing up will be rewarded. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story and we're going to move on to point number 2. This happened tonight. Literally, I'm in my hoodie. I've been in this hoodie all day. I'm in my hoodie, chilling, hair, all the things. My husband is barbecuing. We're moseying around the house. I saw, Shanice, I see you, girl. I saw a post in a mom's business group, right? That said, hey, we're having our coffee chat tonight. Come and join us. Okay. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I could go meet some new moms, right? Like I can, you never know how you can add value or how somebody can add value to you, but we don't know because we don't go to stuff. Okay. Thank you. We don't know because we don't go to things. So I said, baby, it's 6:15. At 6:30, there's this Zoom going on. I'm gonna go hop on the Zoom. And so I did so, introduced myself, met some new ladies, about 10 other women on the call. And then she says at the end of the live, she says, okay, so now we're going to spin the wheel, like a little digital wheel, to see who's going to present on their business next week. Okay, because let's see who's going to present every Monday night. They let somebody else present about their business. Okay, so I said to myself, sis, okay, this is what I said. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I said, I'm going to win the wheel spin. It's going to fall on my name because I came. I didn't feel like coming. It wasn't on my list of things to do. Yeah, I always have other stuff to do. I'm planning a whole conference for 100 brilliant women. Okay, I got a whole chocolate husband, 5 kids. I have other things to do. Okay, I got other things to do. I said, it's going to fall on my name because I showed up. Okay, guess whose name it fell on? Mine. But what's crazy is I wasn't surprised. I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I don't never really win stuff. But I was like, I just knew in my soul. I see you, Shanice. We're going to get to you. I just knew that it was going to fall on me. Why? Because I came. So next week, I get to present on talking about delegation for moms and how you grow your edges back and stop being frustrated with your family life. All the things that we talk about all the time. But because I was there to show up, I got to be added as a speaker, right? To just add value. And I asked them before we got off the Zoom, I said, can you all send me your questions about managing family and a business and your marriage and all this other stuff? Can you send me your questions so that I can specifically, with my few minutes, y'all can Google my business. You can Google me. But so I can best add value to you all during that short time frame. So it was an opportunity also just to show my heart to the facilitator. But I had to show up. So the question is, why don't you feel like doing it? And it's okay. We all have our moments where we're exhausted, where we're not sure if we are coming or going some days. But what's the real reason? Is it because we're not sure? Is it because we feel like they're not going to want it? What's your reason? And it's okay. Own the reason. And then let's do the thought work, the mindset work, the intentional shifts in order to slide away from that. Okay. So Shanice over on Instagram says, I definitely do go-to things. My stay in the house and keep to myself game is strong. So I will stay home quick. And yet I do want to make new friends and meet new people in my area without actually meeting people. Because all of the above, plus not wanting to be vulnerable. It's okay. Sometimes we got to inch our way out of the comfort zone. And everybody and their mama wants to tell you to just jump out. Maybe you got to inch. Maybe you have to inch out of your comfort zone and do something different. And so one thing that's interesting is, and it's a awesome conversation. The thought was, if I only do the things that make me feel good, or if I only do the things that feel right, it will only lean in. It will only produce more of the lifestyle I have right now. If I continue to do things that feel good to me, this is what I have always done. I have always worked on my life being comfortable and my decisions feeling right. It will only lead to more of the same. Had this conversation with my husband this week and with my mom this week. I'm like, if we only do the things that feel like, oh, this is the right thing to do, it's only going to lead to more of the exact same thing. So number one, why don't you feel like showing up? Go deep and do that thought work. What's the real reason? Okay, so you're not sure. Okay, good. How are we going to get sure? Number two, about why you don't feel like doing it. What else were you doing? What else were you doing? Now, we don't really like to consider all the things. I've been looking at my phone some, and it's been reporting to me on how much screen time I've been spending. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Shanice, I'm coming back to it. It's been reporting to me how much screen time I've been spending. So the last 3 weeks, my screen time has gone down and down and down. Okay, it went down 10%. It went down 15% from this amount of hours to this amount of hours. I'm like, okay, that's just too many hours to be on anything throughout the course of the day. Okay. So number 2 is, what else were you doing anyway? What else were you doing besides doing what you were really supposed to be doing? Was it Netflix? Was it a nap? Was it running up after your kids, micromanaging things? Was it you cleaning? Because some of us have a thing about stuff being somewhat perfect or more together, only to realize that after you leave, your boys are going back into the bathroom again. You could have just left the stuff instead of hovering over it. Some days I wake up and I go in and start like tidying up my kitchen. And then I remember to myself that I don't get paid for cleaning the kitchen. Shanice said scrolling through social media. Tracy said not setting up boundaries. What else are we doing other than the things that we're really supposed to do? Because what we'll do is we'll tell ourselves, oh, I didn't have time. Oh, I didn't have a chance. Oh, this didn't work out like I thought it was. Oh, my day got away from me. We do all of this. And in reality, you've been watching reels. In reality, you've been micromanaging over people that you gave an assignment to, but now you feel like you need to come back and dabble in what they said. I have the speaking engagement tomorrow. Shanice said watching Netflix. Speaking engagement tomorrow, and there was some logistics that I said, oh baby, I need to follow up with the coach that I'm speaking for and just find out information. He said, don't you have an assistant for that? I was like, I really do have an assistant. And I don't never give her nearly as much stuff to do as I need to. So I was riding in the car with my husband. I grabbed my phone. I sent her iPhone voice note really fast to delegate that task. If you don't feel like doing it because your energy is zapped, because your spirit isn't there, that's okay. But can we do some inventory? Can we do an inner check and say, hey, this is what I'm spending my time on instead of doing what I'm really supposed to be doing? That's why I give micro assignments to my coaching clients in between. Because we can't change your entire life in an hour, but multiple consistent intentionalities over time produce massive results. They produce massive results. And so what we end up doing sometimes, we are not doing a time check, an audit on ourselves to say, hey, you know what? This is where my moments are going. This is where my time is going. Atanya says social media distractions, not following the schedule that I set for myself. That's okay. I have been committing this year to coaching on certain days. So I have my clients set up Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday. If there needs to be wiggle room, sometimes I create it. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm making sure that my kids get the education that they need. Because I'm the person that's responsible for their education. Okay. So what we want to do instead is say, hey, I need to do some things differently. Why don't I feel like showing up? What's my honest reason? Am I not sure what I'm working towards? Am I not sure if I'm the person to help somebody else get to the next level? Am I not sure what to say or how to say it or how to position myself? What are those holdups? What's keeping you from your progress? Why don't you feel like it? Go to the real reason. Not the one that you would tell somebody if they asked you why you didn't go live today, or why you didn't send that email out about the work that you're doing, or why you didn't pitch somebody for a speaking engagement, or why you didn't say, hey, put my candles in your store. Whatever it is that you do, however it is that you serve the world, if you don't feel like it, why? What's the real reason? Sometimes the real reason is I'm just scared they're going to say no. And that's embarrassing for me. I'm scared that the people won't want it. Find new people. There are billions of people on the planet. Find new people. Not everyone sees working with a coach, for example, as a luxury. Exactly what it is. And I fool with women who love luxury, who are like, listen, I'm here for it. I want it. I want somebody that's going to walk with me to my next level. I want that. That's what I want for myself. Somebody that's just here for me. That's it. That's your only job, is to be here and think about me and what's best for me in my life and help me figure it out and help me make great decisions and hype me up when I'm not feeling myself. That's your only job, to believe greatness in me. I want that. They know that they'll make it regardless. You know that you're going to survive this season of life no matter what, but I don't just want to make it. I want to thrive. Okay. So some of us, we know we need that kind of love. We need that kind of care for ourselves. So we dive in and we invest in that way. Okay. So if you don't feel like doing it, that's okay. But let's do our inner checks and ask ourselves, why not? Get to the real feeling. If you feel like those current people who are in your circle, what you're giving is not for them, find new people. Yeah? Find new people. Okay, so I'm about to go up here to Shanice's stuff because she got some stuff to share. She says, and I just created a schedule for myself that I don't follow all the time for me to do homework and get to bed on time. Because I think I don't want to let people down with misinformation. Valid. Or that if I try to help people, they won't see results. Or I'll be challenged for whatever information I'm sharing. Do I really know? I'm going to tell y'all something. I am not the life coach for everybody. I am not a gentle parent. Okay? I'm not a gentle parent. Now, I may talk to my children gently. We work on our communication. But baby, we're one of those families. You hit me, I'm a what you say? Like, I'm that mama. Tracy, I'm that mama. I'm not a gentle parent. I will talk to my kids gently, but that is after you done what I already told you to do. It's not up for debate. Okay. For example, so even though it's now Instagrammably popular, okay, for you to be gentle and talk to your kids about all their feelings and their emotions, I am sure that there is a 27-year-old mom coach out there for that who has a new baby and she wants to coach you on how to raise teenagers. I am very sure there's a mom out there, she got a toddler, and she wants to tell you how to communicate good with your elementary age child. But as a mama of 5 kids who are with me all day, every day, 14, 12, 7, and 4, ain't nobody fooling with these children. Y'all can't be with me all the time. And then I tell y'all every now and then, move and get out of my face. I can't. I love you. Move. I love you. You making me hot. I love you. I just don't want to talk to you no more tonight. I really do, but I just don't have it. There's somebody, parenting expert out there. Their kid is, I have literally seen children throwing chairs at windows and they talking about be patient. Baby, you about to catch. Y'all hearing me? I'm not the person. Okay, Shanice? That's not me. I may throw a phone flip-flop at a child, and that's okay. They know I love them after the fact. Baby, now you know you couldn't do that. You know mommy couldn't let you get away with that. You're going to come see me. I'm not the gentle parenting coach. And that's okay. So for you, there's still an equal amount of value and perspective, Atanya. There's an equal amount of perspective and beauty in your perspective. When I came out with Mamathon, there was this whole, I was like, listen, me and my husband, he wants to say he claims it. He bumped them kids, girl, forget them kids. But when I first came out and was talking about taking time off and it's okay to not love being a mom every day and all these things that are so trendy now. Imagine 10 years ago, 11 years ago, nobody was on the internet talking about this stuff. Nobody was on the internet talking about it's okay if you don't like it. Nobody was having these conversations. And so I came to the forefront like, hey, y'all, I'm Christina. I'm a mom of 3 kids, age 2 and under, and I'm not okay. And there were people, even family members, who said, what's wrong with you that you don't love this every day? What's wrong? Like, what's going? And you know what? There probably was stuff wrong, but we weren't talking about therapy and counseling and all these other things. Me and my husband just leaned into each other, and I was like, I'm not okay, and I don't know why. And I started talking about climbing out of the ditch, and that's where all this stuff came from since that time. So you got to be okay with having an unpopular opinion. You have to be okay with saying things boldly to command attention. You have to be okay with having a controversial outlook in a sea of places. Hey, baby, in a sea of places where people are looking for the cookie cutter. How dare you not be a gentle parent? Listen, talk to me any kind of way and see. And see what happens. One of my ladies said, I'm still getting backlash from my family about seeing a therapist. Ooh, are we not past this point yet? Just to be able to stand boldly in who we are and what God is doing in our lives. Like, just be able to be there boldly and own what your particular story is and your experience, because you are a product of your product. You're a product of your product. As one of my favorite podcasters says, you are your own first result. If it worked for you and you're not a unicorn, then that means it'll work for somebody else. That means it'll work with somebody else. One of my ladies, Tracy, yes, y'all can book a consultation call with her. She's probably laughing. Sorry, Tracy, I didn't mean to spring that on you. She works in human resources and leadership. Human resources and leadership. She is the interviewer. The interviewer, not the interviewee. Okay. And so I told her, I was like, listen, your perspective, you are a product of your own product. You are your own result already. So if you're looking for like a new job, you want somebody to look at your resume, she's your person, okay? Y'all can DM me for her information. Moral of the story is this: you're already in the shoes. You're already in the leadership position. And she was like, dang, girl, you right. I was like, I'm just trying to tell y'all. I'm just shining a little bit of light on what's already there. And so Shanice says, oh, see, I'm trying not to be cookie cutter, but I feel like I have to be, which keeps me from not doing what I want because I'm scared of other people's opinions. And I'm going to tell y'all something. These social media streets are for the streets. So depending on what you want to position, you may want to just ask yourself if you want to go and do it somewhere else. But I can promise you that what you have to share is no worse than some of these other folk out here talking about everything and all their business on the internet. As a matter of fact, get them talking. Share the live. Share it. Y'all hear this woman over here talking about how she don't even like her kids some days? And everybody gonna come in there and say, oh, how dare she? But I get it. But I understand. They're going to say the same thing. They're going to say the same thing. So number one, why don't you feel like it? Figure out your real reason. Figure it out and then work on it. Number two, what else were you doing instead of doing what you were really supposed to do? Tracy said they talking everywhere. They're going to talk. Give them something to talk about. And then number three, how can you shift after this so that tomorrow you can execute better? Okay, so Janisha said, here's a bit of truth for me. I have an event on Saturday and there are people coming. I don't want to see what I have because it's not as good as the person we all know in common. And so listen, here's the thing. Sometimes we just got to put on our blinders. Sometimes we have to put on our blinders and mind our own business. Me and my husband were talking about this maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has thoughts about what looks like winning, what looks like losing, what looks like the happy medium, all this stuff, like this noise. It's a lot of noise. Put your head down, put your blinders on, and just go full steam ahead as if there is no other choice but to succeed. I have moments too where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure if I can do this or ask for this or whatever. But at the same time, me and my husband are feeding 5 children, 2 of which are now my height and taller. Okay, I can't half do nothing. I can't half do nothing. So yes, lady, at this university, you get an invoice. Okay. Yes, we can put a proposal together that honors your budget, but this I don't work for free. Y'all hear me? Getting your mind right is going to change your life. Putting your blinders on. Saying nobody's going to deliver it like I can deliver it. I know a couple sisters, they do productivity coaching. Nobody productivity coaches like I do. They just don't. Tracy said, get your car. We're not playing about the money. Tracy, we don't have time. So this university gonna get this invoice. That's happening this week. And then next week I'm working with somebody else's organization for something else. And a week after that, something else is going to happen. And the day after that, something else is going to happen after that. Then somebody wants to pay me money just to talk to their Facebook group. Baby, I'm going to get all of it. All of it. And some of us, we feel such a holdup. But I just got to say, and this is to everybody that's watching, this is truth and love. Okay? Can you afford to be shy? Are you at the place in your life where you're retiring? And I really mentally, I separate like my one-to-one coaching, right? With what I do in corporate now, because we're shifting to doing university talks and we're submitting proposals in different areas. I'm just counting down. Like I get to support the editor for Sweet July, Ayesha Curry's magazine. Her editor wants to come and talk to me about content for her speaking business. Oh, so you want my help? Here's the link. Right? I'm one step away. Me and Ayesha being best friends. Moral of the story is, the moral of the story is we don't have permission right now to move at a leisurely pace. Y'all hearing me? If y'all got kids to feed, like I got kids to feed. When I partner with different organizations, ministries, somebody is connecting me to Hillsong in Boston. She was like, listen, I want you to talk about motherhood and entrepreneurship. And my brother is on the leadership staff there. And we want to know if are you open to that? Baby, put my name down. You hear me? I'll talk to black folk, white folk, pink folk, orange people. I don't care what color they are. 6 different shades of tan. You hear me? I don't care who they are. I'm excited. I'm here for it. Okay. All of this growth, this progress, I'm trying to give y'all the open track in as things happen, because I want y'all to know that it's step by step by step. It's not just you wake up and, oh snap, I have arrived. It's one thing at a time, one moment at a time. Tracy, girl, somebody slid in my messenger and was trying to offer me public relations support, right? And she's like, we've had our clients in Essence Magazine and Sweet July and this, and we help you do this. And I said, well, thank you so much, but I've already done all of that on my own. And Tracy, the same investment that you did for 6 months of coaching support was for like 4 hours of PR strategy. And when I say everything that we are doing, Tracy, on our calls, I was like, and listen, she's worth that investment. That's not a shun on her. But I was like, I'm giving my clients some good stuff. I said, I'm giving my lady some good stuff. I felt so good. I was like, oh my gosh. Like showing her how to walk through this and what her pitches and stuff need to look like. I was like, she's getting this and everything else in her sphere of influence managed. I was like, I just felt so good. I was like, oh, we're moving in the right direction. So when I think of coaching, I think of it like an opportunity to serve you guys at a higher level, right? To help you to move to the next level faster. You will get there. But how long it'll take, how intact, how rested, how fulfilled you are as you move that way, that's what is to be determined, okay? That's what's to be determined. Jenny said, I had something like that happen when we were working together, and I realized I was already doing it with you. So I realized I was already doing it with you. Okay. And so what we got to ask ourselves is, how do I need to shift so that I move to the next place? What do I need to serve more of? How do I need to give more? How do I need to allocate my energy? Y'all listen, my cleaning savant is coming Wednesday, honey. She's like, listen, and you want to know something? This is a blessing. She said, I want to give you a complimentary clean. This is why you come to the conference. She said, I want to give you a complimentary clean because one of my really, really good friends who has multiple businesses hired her to facilitate the cleaning for all of her business sites. Oh, this is the networking that happens in the Mamathon community, right? Is where we secure proposals and we move to the next level as a result of these partnerships. And so I'm inviting you, I want y'all to come in to be there. This is a part of the shift. Like this is a part of the next thing, okay? So number one, why do you need to do an inner check when you don't feel like doing it? Because sometimes, even though we are not up to it or we don't want to, it doesn't mean that that's not something that we're called to do. And we cannot go with all our feelings and emotions about if this is right or wrong. Sometimes making that investment don't feel right. Sometimes making that right decision doesn't feel right. Sometimes we're moving in the correct way, but it doesn't feel good because you've never invested at that level before. You've never done this kind of work before. No, it don't feel good. Everything in your mind says, don't do that. But if you were already doing the things that were going to help you change your life exponentially, what are we looking at here that are proof and results? Okay. So why don't you feel like it? Ask yourself the real questions. What else are you doing instead of what you're supposed to be doing? Okay, do your work. You know what you're spending your time on. Giving your thumb a workout, scrolling up and down on Instagram. And then last but not least, how can you shift? How can you shift so that you're putting your energy on the things that matter most? You're focused and clear. Like that's a benefit of pacing yourself and working intentionally. Is that, okay, every week we're going to build on top of this. And then after that, I'm going to build on top of this. And I want you to add this in as a method of going up and going to the next place. Okay. How do you need to shift? How do you need to change the game so that you are elevating yourself at the right pace? Okay. So that's it for tonight. My heart goes out to everyone who may not have felt as motivated, but I hope that something was shared this evening that will help to push you, encourage you, lift up your head, and remember that you are that chick. Okay, so before we sign off tonight, 2 thoughts. Number one, Mamathon Conference, October 28th through the 30th in Atlanta, Georgia. Friday night, we're just getting together at one of the local restaurants to eat, chill, and breathe. But Saturday, baby, we get to work, and we're helping you to organize your life, work on your wellness. My physical therapist is coming. She's lit. She's just so incredible. We're working on cutting off into married versus single, those who work in corporate, those versus those who work in entrepreneurship, how you can go after your promotion, how you can raise your price successfully. All of these things are going together. So go ahead, shoot me a DM so that we can get you a ticket. Okay, I'm just saying, what you doing, what you waiting for. If you want to roommate with somebody who's normal and sane, because everybody is, then shoot me a DM about that too if you want to find somebody to room with. And then last but not least, if you can resonate with something that I have said tonight, if you feel like sometimes you're relying too much on your emotions and not enough on actionable strategy, being intentional, being focused, doing those building blocks, one thing on top of the next, on top of the next, so that you get to your next level with your sanity and your edges intact. If you're an ambitious, multitasking superstar mom and you know that you are looking for support, you know that the things I've shared tonight resonate with you, you were taking notes, you were like, girl, she is on my street, she's on my pew, then I need you to do me a favor. I need you to slide in my messenger and let's see if one of our coaching partnerships is a good fit for you. Okay. That could be 3 months. If you feel like 6 months may be, out of your reach at this time. But I believe that everything that is for us, we can have. Okay. And if you feel like I'm your person, you feel like I'm your coach, let's set up a time to chat and do a consultation call, completely complimentary. It's for me to hear about you and your life story and for you to hear about how I serve the world so we can work together and not procrastinate on what's coming next for you. Okay. I told one of my ladies who's watching tonight, I was like, my mission is y'all's mission. My focus is your focus. And how wonderful, beautiful, incredible, and luxurious it is to have somebody in your corner that is only there for you, to see the best in you, to help you figure out what your next step is going to be, to help you stay on track when your normal mind is all over the place, to help you build on those building blocks to get to your definition of success. Not mine, yours. Okay. So if something resonated, you want to hop on the phone and see which one is a good fit for you, then feel free to slide in my messenger. Let's do this thing. I'm ready if you're ready. And if you decide to sign on and work with me, then your ticket to the conference is complimentary. All right. That's it for tonight. I love you guys so much. We'll see y'all tomorrow. My husband has to preach. So I'm in the evening. So I'm going to do a daytime lunch and learn. All right. Probably around noon Central Standard Time. Okay. Love you guys so much. Hi, Stacy. I'm sorry that I missed you tonight. Definitely go back and get the replay because baby, this one was good. Love y'all so much. We will see you guys tomorrow around lunchtime. Have a blessed and prosperous evening.